Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. Today I am going to take class for 8th standard. The subject is History, Lesson 3, Rural Life and Society. Now we will see the learning objectives. What are the things we are going to study in this lesson? We will see one by one. First we will see the land revenue system. Second one is merits and demerits. Demerits of land revenue system. Third one is agrarian crisis and revolt. These are the learning objectives. Land revenue system of the British rule. Next, merits and demerits, agrarian crisis and revolt. I will see the introduction. Actually, in pre-colonial period, Indian economy was predominantly means importantly, an agrarian economy. Agrarian means agriculture. Before, colonial, before, that means colonial means under the control of the British. Pre-colonial, before the control of the British, Indian economy was predominantly, importantly, mainly an agrarian economy, agriculture. Even though there were industries like textiles, sugar, oil, etc., agriculture was their main occupation. Agriculture was their main occupation. But the British did not adopt this pro-Indian agriculture. So they introduced three major land revenues. What are the three major land revenues? We will see one by one. Now we will see the types of land revenue policy under British. Types of land revenue policy under British. Actually, it was divided into three. First one is permanent settlement, Roydbury system, Magalwari system. Permanent settlement was introduced by Lord Cornwallis. Roydbury system introduced by Thomas Munro. And Magalwari system was introduced by Lord William Bentinck. First we will see one by one. The first is permanent settlement. See this picture. Lord Cornwallis. He introduced the permanent settlement. This permanent settlement was first introduced in Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Varanasi. It was known by different names like Jamindari, Jagirdari and Malguzari. Now we will see the silent features of this permanent settlement. The Jamindars were reorganized as the owners of land as long as they paid revenue tax to the East India Company. The Jamindars acted as the agent of the government for the collection of the revenue from the cultivators. So here the Jamindars played an important role in the collection of revenue. Next we will see the merits and demerits, advantages and disadvantages. Wastelands and forest became cultivable land. These are the merits. Jamindars remained faithful to the British. This system secured a fixed and stable income. So these are the advantages. Now we will see the disadvantages, that is demerits. British had no direct contact. The peasants, that is farmers, treated as serfs. Serfs means kottadamigal. Conflicts means a fight between Jamindars and peasants were aroused. Jamindars were lethargic and they were luxurious type. So these are the demerits. Okay children, now we have seen permanent settlement. Actually it was introduced by Lord Cornwallis. We have seen the silent features, merits and demerits. Next we will come to the second settlement, that is Roybury system introduced by Thomas Munro. See this picture, Thomas Munro. He introduced Roybury system. This system was first were made in Madras, Bombay, Assam and Coorg. According to this system, rights of the owners was handed to the peasants. British collected taxes revenue directly. They estimated 1/2. Then they reduced to the 1/3. And then they reduced to according to the based on the growth of the crop. Now we will see the silent features of this Roybury system. Revenue settlement done directly with the ryots. Ryots means farmers. Measurement of field and estate of produce was calculated according to the field, how much they produce the crop. According to that, this was calculated, tax was calculated. Government fixed demand to at 45% to 55% of the produce. We will see the effects. Ryots are hardly left with bare maintenance, even in the best of the seasons. Governments exploited farmers instead of zamindars. These were the effects. So we have seen the second, that is Roybury system introduced by the Thomas Munro. Third one we will see Maghalwari system. This was introduced by Lord William Bentinck. See this picture, Lord William Bentinck. According to this system, Bentinck suggested radical changes. Radical means great changes. He made many changes. It was introduced in the Ganga Valley. Revenue was made on the basis of produce of a mahal or village. Therefore, reduced to 50%. Adopted, this system was adopted in Agra and Awadh also. We will see the silent features of Maghalwari. The village land belonged to the village community. Lambadar acted as intermediaries between government and villagers. The village-wise assessment, one person could hold a number of villages. Effects of Maghalwari. There was no benefit to the cultivators due to this Maghalwari system. It was modified version of Jamindar and benefited only the upper class in the villages. So these are the effects of the Maghalwari system. So far children, we have seen the permanent settlement and then Roybury system, Maghalwari system we have seen. Children, now we will see the impact. Impact means effect. Effect of the British land revenue system. Effect of the British land revenue system on the cultivators. Due to tax burden and famines, the people suffered in poverty with debts. They had to seek money lenders to seek. They want to just go and get the money from the lenders. Jamindars, money lenders, lawyers exploited, that means taken off the poor peasants. Peasants means farmers. Next we can see that industries were disappeared. These are the effects of the British land revenue system. These are the defects we have seen. Now we will come to the peasant ryots. That is, peasants means we can say ryots, or otherwise that is said to be farmers. How they revolt. What is the reason for the peasants revolt, we will see. The British rule in India brought many changes in the grain system, in the agriculture. The life of the peasants was extreme, more miserable, that is sad, due to this system. The various peasants' movement uprisings during 19th and 20th centuries were in nature of the protest against under the exploitations. They started, more farmers, they joined together, group of peoples, they joined together. They started revolt against the British. Now, one by one, we will see the revolts of the peasants. First, we will see Santhal rebellion. Actually, 10,000 Santhals, that means 10,000 people joined together. They gathered in one place under the Santhal brothers. See this picture. The two brothers, Sidhu and Kanhu, they fought against the British to free their country from foreign invaders. First revolt regarded as peasant revolt was Santhal rebellion. The land near hills of Rajmahal in Bihar was cultivated by the Santhals. Landlords and money lenders began getting lands, that is grabbing the lands, peasants' lands. This created bitter. Houses of European planters, officers, railway station engineers, etc. were attacked. Now this revolt is said to be Santhal rebellion. Next we will come to the Indigo revolt. See this picture, Indigo revolt. Indigo revolt, it was started in 1859 to 60. The European indigo planters compelled the tenant farmers to grow indigo. This is the main thing. They started the revolt. Reason for the Indigo revolt. They compelled the tenant farmers to grow only the indigo crops. The tenant farmers forced to sell it cheap to the planters. There were some cases of kidnapping, looting, burning, like this. Factories were burned down and the revolt spread. So these are the causes for the Indigo revolt. Now we will see the Pabna revolt. Actually it was led by K.V.ELAVARASI. Large crowds of peasants gathered and they marched through the villages, frightening the jamindars. A few attacks on police stations took place. Jamindars' agents were killed and seriously injured due to this revolt. The riots developed a strong awareness of the law, the ability to combine and form associations for the peaceful agitation. So that's all about the Pabna revolt. It was just led by K.V.ELAVARASI, and then crowds gathered together and they marched through the villages, frightening the jamindars. Police station was attacked by them. Jamindars' agents were killed and seriously injured. A strong awareness were made. They combined together and they formed associations for the peaceful agitation. Now we will come to the Deccan riots. It was revolted. This revolt was started in Pune. Primarily, main thing, that is against the local money lenders who were grabbing lands. This is the main reason. Money lenders and who were grabbing the lands. Gradually, that means step by step, it was spreaded over 33 villages. However, it resulted in passing Deccan Agriculturalist Relief Act, which removed the serious grievances of the peasants. Because of this Deccan riots, that is revolt started, main regarding the moneylenders who were grabbing the lands. It spread over 33 villages and it resulted in the Deccan Agriculturist Relief Act. This act removed the serious grievances of the peasants. Now we will see the Kheda Satyagraha. It was started in the Gujarat. Due to the constant means stable famine, agriculture failed in 1918. But the officers insisted the collection of full revenue. They not reduced. They insisted to settle the full revenue. Therefore, due to this, they started a revolt, that is no tax. They started this movement in Kheda district. Next we will see that is Champran Satyagraha. See this picture. Champran Satyagraha. The period is 1917 to 18. Actually, European planters in Bihar restored to illegal and inhuman methods of indigo cultivation at a cost wholly injustice. That means illegally. Peasants were liable to unlawful exploitation and oppression by the planters. Mahatma Gandhi took up their grievances, that is cases. The government appointed an inquiry commission. Grievances of peasants inquired and a Champran Agrarian Act passed in May 1918. So Mahatma Gandhi took up their cases. He was the member to take up the case. Government appointed an inquiry commission on behalf of Mahatma Gandhi. Next, they passed an act, that is Champran Agrarian Act. In May, they passed in 1918. Now we will see the Mopan prisoners, 1921, the period. The Muslim Mopal peasants of Malabar was suppressed and exploited by the Hindu Jamindars and British government. This was the main cause of this revolt. Now we will see the last one, that is Bardoli Satyagraha. It took place in 1928. The peasants of Bardoli started their agitation under leadership Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Peasants refused to pay tax. They started no tax campaign from 12th February, that is 1928. So that's all about this Bardoli Satyagraha. So children, we have seen so far the revolts, the Santhal revolt, and then Champaran Satyagraha, Mopal prisoners, and Indigo revolt, Bardoli Satyagraha, and then some riots, that is Deccan riots. Next Kheda Satyagraha, and then Pabna revolt. So all this revolt, it was started against the agitation against the British. Okay children, next class we will see. Thank you.